AMG Network Hosting. If you own a business, you've probably been here before. You're finally away from the office. Maybe you're in a tree stand before daylight, on the water with your kids, or spending the weekend at camp. Then your phone rings. The internet's down. I can't get into my computer. What do? Suddenly, you're managing technology instead of enjoying the moment. That's why businesses partner with AMG Network Hosting. AMG Network Hosting provides managed IT services that keep your business running even when you're not there. We proactively monitor your network, support your employees, your technology before problems. Once you built your business to not to be chained to your phone every time something goes wrong. So the next time you head into the woods, hit the lake, or take a well-earned vacation, leave the technology to us. AMG Network Hosting, technology that keeps working so you can truly disconnect. Contact them today, 04608365 Technology Checkup. Folks, welcome to another episode of On the Limb podcast, brought to you by West Virginia Division of Natural Resources, where deer camp becomes a reality for every listener. Join us as we talk God, family, country, and everything outdoors. Kick back, relax, and have a listen. Now, here's your host and co-host, Mike Dan.
All right, folks, welcome back to the show. Doesn't that sound nice? Brought to you by the West Virginia Division of Natural Resources.
Sure does.
It sure.
Dan's in the house tonight. Hey, Dan, me,
buddy, I'm doing great.
Really good tonight.
Thank you.
What is it?
We're getting a bunch of rain here, Mike. I know you guys were supposed to have some, but I know we're getting a ton of it. They had 5.3, just a town over from where I'm.
Wow. Yeah, we've gotten some rain right now. I was BJ just come in a little bit ago. How is it out there now, BJ?
It kind of slacked up on the way here, but
yeah.
There's still a lot more coming.
I think the wind and all the bad stuff staying north from what I've.
Don't need it here.
Yeah, we definitely don't. So anyways, but welcome back to the show, folks. So we've got a great show for you coming up, this evening and in the coming week. Be doing a live podcast at the West Virginia National Hunting and Fishing Days at the Stonewall Resort State Park in Roanoke, West Virginia. We'll be there in conjunction with the West Virginia Division of Natural Resources, and they have a ton of things going on there for kids and families and all outdoorsmen. So that'll be my first time going to that show at Stonewall. We did it when it was at the Summit Reserve, when they done it there, and I haven't been back since they went back to Stonewall. So that'll be our first time back at that show. So it should be a good time. So that show is going to be September the 19th from 9 to 6. And, deer season's right around the corner. That's obviously one of my favorite times of the year. Cool temperatures, fall deer season. I mean, you can't. Once I'm done with my summer vacation, I'm ready for fall.
Summer vacation, you just got back?
Yeah, we did. Yep. We had a good time always there, done a little fishing. Had a real good time. So talking with TJ Edwards, Black Bear Provisions, in a little bit, but Dan's going to tell us about some of our promo codes and some of the new outlets that we're on right now.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Hey, Sirius XM, Pandora, Stitcher, streaming platforms. Be sure to podcast. That's great. We're there. And get membership. This is one of our great new for both, and sure to that out. Check out on Apple Podcast, Outdoor TV, or remember, live audience Q&A during this podcast. Chime in. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know where you're from. Listen to that. If you got questions for our, please feel free, man. It's how we get more involvement, guys.
Yeah, for sure. So without Edwards with Black Bear Provisions, TJ, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Thank you guys for having me. with you guys. We got hit with a little bit of the rain. I actually let up a little bit here. I was nervous about some wind or a tornado, but like blessings, hopefully passing by us.
Yeah, I definitely. After all those scary news flashes at work today.
Yeah. Now, DK, you're in Morgantown, is that right?
I'm in. I live in Fairmont, but our kitchen is based out of Morgantown, so that's where all of our everything's done. So we're just right up the interstate there in Fairmont.
Okay, gotcha. So,
Mhm.
I was sitting there putting these talking points today, and I was like, this is kind of like the wild pantry of West Virginia.
Yes.
I mean, you can get your West Virginia made, products to take with you in the woods and not have to worry about stopping at the snack place or the gas station to get all your snacks.
Bypass Go-Mart.
You can bypass it. You can actually sit down and have you a real lunch or a real meal. So let's talk about the origins a little bit of Black Bear Provisions. Discuss the story of that and how family-run business in West Virginia decided to enter into the competitive milk.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so we've always been a fan of freeze-dried meals. Something always had between the Mountain House and a couple of the other tried and trues that you kind of always knew about. Well,
Yeah.
back in 2023-ish, whenever the freeze-dried candies and all that started picking up, I had no idea what that was. It was actually my nieces. Got five nieces, five girls, love them to death. They keep me on top of all trendy stuff and kind of push me to do most of this stuff. But I remember they came home and they're like, "Hey, have you heard of this freeze-dried candy stuff?" I said, "I had no idea, sweetie. I'm getting older. I don't know what that is. Please explain it to me." Showed it to me. They asked if we sold it in any of our stores nearby. I said, "I don't believe so, but let me take a look." Found a couple of candy shops selling it. Terrible price, and real expensive. And I said, "All right, well, maybe in our local stores I can talk to somebody. Maybe I can make a deal about getting some wholesale candy or something like that." And just with five girls, it was just going to add up pretty quick, and I just I couldn't bear to afford that during the peak of all this stuff. So I
Yeah.
started talking to the missus, and I said, "Well, at a certain point, wouldn't it just be cheaper for us to buy a freeze dryer and just make the girls some candy instead of just, I figure, $9-10 a bag, five girls, if they go through a couple bags." At a certain point, the math just kind of made sense. And then afterwards, it's just one of those, well, all these meals that we've always kind of tried and, somewhat like, plus or minus, to a certain degree. Well, we could finally start making our own meals that just sort of I consider comfort food, because I know after most of the time, whenever I am having a freeze dried meal or something like that, it tends to be hunting, middle of the day, goodness, even lazy afternoon when I don't feel like cooking at the house. I know it's something that's convenient, it's something light, long shelf life. I know what I get. Well, I took this as our opportunity to finally be able to make some of the foods that I want to have, because I don't know if you kind of noticed the trend with some of these other freeze-dried meals here recently is they tend to keep going fancier with some of these flavorings where it just
Yeah.
all these different you got to have the curries, the this, the that, and said that's great and it tastes good, but I just want something my mom would have cooked. At the end of the day, if I'm tired, what would a West Virginia, eat? I appreciate them. I truly do. I just wanted to eat something that uh, I considered comfort at the end of the day. And that's whenever we
Yes.
started develop. Oh, my apologies. Go ahead.
You're fine. So I was going to say, yeah, like it's the home cooked meals that we eat here in West Virginia. Obviously, the mac and cheese, chili mac, and the things like it. I mean, we eat biscuits and gravy here all
That's
the
gonna be a
time.
big one.
And pretty outstanding. Me knowing that biscuits and gravy would come in a package like this. So that's probably the first one that I'm going to want to try.
Oh yeah, and one of the good points about the biscuits and gravy. Apologies for popping in here. Is we actually end up getting the bulk of our sausage here from West Virginia, which I'm truly
Nice.
proud of. Um,
Yeah.
so uh, actually, Preston County. Their high school, the Preston County Rising Knights, they have a country market where the high school has a student ran um, uh, butcher,
Oh,
butchering area, and it's yeah, so it's student rans, the students, part of the 4-H and everything like that. They learn about the processing animals. It's actually state inspected. It's such a good thing. So we're able to get a lot of our pork products from them, and it just so cool knowing that we get to kind of support the students and just I never I never knew something like that existed. So
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
that's
that's
awesome.
really neat. Yeah, I was in school up there in Morgantown for years as a veterinarian but I know a lot of stuff at Mountaineer Farms and stuff out there on the mile grounds.
oh, perfect. Yeah, I think that's what's amazing about this state is there is so many options that I think other states, I kind of take for granted with us being here, where you just kind of assume that everybody else kind of has it. Like the pepperoni roll, where blew my mind when I went to college at Fairmont State, and the first time I seen an out of stater, and it's like, what's a pepperoni roll? Like, what do you mean? Everybody has these.
yeah.
They are definitely a staple here.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Every state has them, but I don't think every state has them like we got them. That's
Oh
for
no,
sure.
definitely not.
Yeah.
They got them from.
Yeah. Something that you can tell started here in West Virginia. So you guys are the first freeze dried food meal company operating out of the state of West Virginia. So is that correct statement?
Yes, from my knowledge, I haven't been able to find other. Um, I we take that as a point of pride, and
Yeah.
at least from the health inspectors and others that have told us, and the challenges we had with licensing, and them kind of learning some of this stuff together with us, it kind of made it seem to be that we were the first. I know. Casually talking to other people, they say there may be some others, but I think they're confusing the meals with possibly like pet treats or just freeze dried snacks in general. But to my knowledge, I don't know any other West Virginia meal companies that are doing what we're doing.
Yeah, you're definitely the first I've heard of it. Like you said, there's others that do treats and things like that, but nothing as actual meals.
Mhm.
Yeah. First I've seen too, for sure. So why the local footprint? Why is that so important to the brand?
It's it it's one of those I appreciate this state so much, and it's given me so much in life. And the to take it back a little bit is so my family, the bulk of them, I'm originally from Louisiana and moved into West Virginia when I was young. Grew up here most of my life, so I consider myself West Virginian through and through. But the majority of my family is still in the South between Texas, Louisiana, and whatnot. And it always brings a smile to my face whenever they come up to visit, and how envious they are just about the little things in this area. Like, oh my gosh, you guys have land that you can be on. Oh my gosh, you have places that like a Cooper's Rock or a Valley Falls, or just all these spots where you just kind of take for granted the beauty of this state and just how good it really is. And I'm never gonna forget where this state has given me a wonderful career, given me the opportunity to chase my dreams. It gave me a wife from Preston County. So it's just this state. I'm forever in love with it, and I just wish we got to share more with the out of staters of just how great it really is. Yes, we have some problems. Everybody does, but there's so much good to it here.
Yeah, I think you just embody everything that West Virginia feels. The pride that we have in our state. Like you said, we're last in a lot of categories, but we're always first in everyone's hearts.
Yeah.
We are definitely viewed as people, and I love that. If someone comes here to visit, they say nothing but good things about us.
Yeah.
So if you get the chance to come check us out, do so. You won't be disappointed.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Mm.
And get a pepperoni roll.
TJ, I probably got the best part of this segment. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, and I was just saying, get your pepper.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Danny Hobbs' comment, he, to my knowledge, does not have pepperoni rolls. He was like, if they do, I haven't found them.
Across the board.
Right across the border,
Mm.
and they can't even get them pepperoni rolls down there.
Yeah. So TJ, BJ Sampson here. Nice to meet you,
Yeah.
sir. I actually just started following
to
you
meet
on
you.
TikTok the other day. Seen some of your videos, and we had talked about you with Mothman when they were on with us. So we're super
Yeah.
happy to have you on the show. Let's go into
Right.
your menu a little bit, and just kind of
Okay.
explain what kind of toppings you're using or products that you're using.
Yeah, definitely. If you want, I'll just start going down them, and stop me if you have any questions or anything like that. So,
Perfect.
probably my top choice meal. It's been interesting. I always love having this joke with the missus because I'm always curious on what people's favorite meals are whenever they get to try them. Where I'm in my heart, since our spaghetti, which is just venison, egg noodles, gravy, mushrooms, peas. It's just that's something my mom always kind of cooked for me growing up. So I just assumed like, oh yeah, I can't wait for you to try this one because it's going to be my favorite. I'm like, oh no, the sausage, gravy, and biscuits is my favorite. I said, but you like the other one, right? But it's just that I think that's been the funnest part. But with our spaghetti, we wanted a playful name to go with it, so that's where we kind of ended up going with spaghetti. It's just something my mom would have, made a version of beef tips or just whatever we kind of had. Where egg noodles always got to be egg noodles. It's got to be some deer meat, peas. She always threw in there mushrooms. Didn't care for it until I became an adult. But it's always got to be brown gravy. And the only difference between this here and having it when my mom made it growing up is I would have tons of just white bread to sop up gravy with. That's, if one meal described my childhood the most, it would be this one.
Yeah. I love that you're using the
But-
venison in there. I think
and-
that's huge for hunters everywhere. So
Oh, yes. I was like,
Yeah,
man,
that's what I'll.
got to be the staple.
yeah.
So
Oh
Right.
yeah.
that farm raised though.
That's correct. That's been the interesting thing about this journey so far is learning what can be used where it's like, oh yeah, this, it's easy. We have tons of deer in the freezer and stuff like that. And then, once you start
Yeah.
getting to talk to the officials and proper licensing, it all makes sense. I completely understand all the rules, understand it, appreciate it for safety. It's just funny the things you don't think about until the rules are there because something's happened. So, but yeah, with the venison, it's all farm raised for the packages. And then going down to the next one, the sausage gravy and biscuits. That ends up so far, it seems to be a fan favorite amongst people. And I know when I was talking to the missus about it, she said, well, think of it this way. That's kind of your most labor intensive thing because I make the gravy from scratch. I
wow.
tend to make the flavor it more towards my palate. So I've always enjoyed like a real peppery gravy versus
Okay.
kind of a lighter neutral. So I'll tend to go a little heavier on that, a little heavier on the meat because I want the protein in there. bake off every biscuit. We don't get already pre-made biscuits or anything like that. So out of all the meals, that one really is the most labor intensive, but it's good. I do enjoy it.
So, can
Yeah.
you tell us exactly how you prepare a biscuit and gravy meal from freeze dry like that?
Yeah, that's no problem. So the process in the kitchen, we start off, get the biscuits baking, get those ripping because I like to try to get those browned off, cooled, cut up, and then ready to get cooled down and put in the freeze dryer. Gravy, start off with a roux, just a simple roux, and end up doing what all we put in there, powdered milk, a little bit of cheese. Um, that's been one interesting thing is trying to do large quantity meals because I tend to whenever I make it just at home, I'll use regular milk, but convenience, storage, and just cost wise, end up going with milk powder, which is still good. It's still I try to go full fat because when it comes to these meals, I don't want you don't eat these thinking, hey, it's going to be a diet food. It's you had a long day, you want some calories, you're going to be doing some work. It's just
Something.
full flavor. Exactly. But when that's going, we'll brown off the sausage, get it crumbled up. Real not too bad though. But that's the bulk of it. It's simple, but it's a little more time consuming than you would think.
You
I
making
guess.
it in bulk like that?
It's, go ahead, Dan.
Making it in bulk. How many biscuits are you talking time to process?
So right now we have a couple of large freeze dryers, a medium freeze dryer, a small freeze dryer. So I'll just give you measurements that we do for one large freeze dryer. We can get about 9 to 10 bags per freeze dryer, per large freeze dryer.
Oh wow!
So each bag I'm doing about 2.5 biscuits per bag. So we'll typically have to brown off 20. I try to do about 20 to 22 biscuits per large freeze dryer.
Wow. I'll tell you, as far as the consumer, so I'm sitting on a mountain. I got a jet boil in my hand, a bottle of water, and I got a biscuit and gravy. Break it down for us how we're going to make this happen.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so with our meals, you just need 2 cups of water to get ripping in the jet boil there. Can do a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on the consistency. You like your gravy, if you like a little thicker, a little thinner, all personal preference. But you get some boiling water going. You crack open one of our packs. There's a little oxygen absorber packet in it. You've probably seen them if you've ever gotten I guess pretty much anything anymore has an oxygen absorber. There's a little thing that says "Do not eat" on it. You chuck that out. You put in the 2 cups of boiling water. You mix it. You seal the bag back up. You let it reconstitute for 15 minutes, about 10-15 minutes. I like to let it go 15 minutes, and then it's ready to go. You just give it one quick stir, and she's ready for you.
You talking about that little oxygen packet? I was watching Jimmy George there the other day. He was demonstrating how to make it out there in the woods. He packed it out and he just flipped it out. I'm like, you better pick that up, boy.
I adore him, man. He sent me that video, and I was like, man, you have some flair when it comes to this kind of stuff because I'm struggling trying to make a video, and he's like, oh, don't worry, I just cranked this out for you real quick, and it's all stylized. And I was like, how do you do that, man?
Yeah, no, he done a good job on the video. Great.
Hey, the TikTok videos are on point. Have you seen them?
No,
you got to check.
I'm not on TikTok. Dan does TikTok.
I'm big on TikTok. You got to check it out.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I just got a mean visual of what's happened.
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't in my deer stand.
He said,
Yeah,
I'll
we'll
pick
find
that
out.
up.
And I'll tell you what, this is the one that caught my
Oh,
eye.
gee.
The chili mac and beef and sweet corn. And I got to say, I do love that
Yes.
combination. What was your inspiration for adding in the sweet corn to a chili mac recipe?
With me, so this recipe, I really took inspiration from my ma's recipe she made me growing up, like a goulash almost. I don't know what most people think of when they think of goulash, but it's a form of that, and it's so funny because I try not to use that word a lot because I just don't know what it means to different people. Just because, okay, this is what my ma called it. That doesn't mean what everybody calls what it is.
Yeah.
It means love.
Genuine love.
Yeah. It's what we got. That's what it is.
True comfort food. They don't make a better one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's funny because I was when it came to the sweet corn too, that's childhood TJ Edwards right there, where I only knew one vegetable growing up. It seemed like that, and that would be corn. So it works well for me. I really enjoy it because it's a thicker kind of stew. Well, it's not even a stew. I don't know. It's just hard for me to kind of describe where it just, but
Pasta base.
it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So these are the three that you had, you correct?
I just seen a comment about pickles.
Pickle.
Yes. Yeah. So, while we were before we started the meals here, we actually had snacks and candies that we did. We still got them in 10 locations throughout here, but it was candies, and then did different things like freeze-dried pickles. We have a regular dill pickle, a spicy ranch, a regular ranch flavored. I'm trying to think of what other kind of. Oh yeah, ice creams. That's been fun. It's something the girls love to death, and it's enjoyable to me. I was. Mm, it was.
So have the girls had any a type of meal that they're wanting you to create and bring back out?
Meal, not yet. Candies and snacks, yes.
Totally understand that.
I feel like it.
Candy and snackers myself.
Yeah. Dan always talks about me
Yeah.
being a snacker, but now that he hears about freeze dried ice cream, he's like, I'm gonna eat that while I'm in the deer woods this year. I'm gonna have me some ice cream.
Yeah. Okay. I have before. Yes. Yes.
No way. No way.
No.
That's a game right there.
Yes, that sure is.
Oh yeah.
My Roxanne
Let me-
got
I wouldn't even
Let
have
me-
to eat it all. I could just
let me-
tear it in half.
that.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna eat it all, man.
Yeah. Let me tell you guys. I suggest. I wish everybody would get a small freeze dryer to have at their house, because the amount of goofy and random stuff you try is hilarious.
I bet.
Never even realized. Yeah, I
Oh,
never even
yeah.
realized that you could do that. That you could just get your own freeze dry machine. Behind the times here.
Yeah. I guess so.
What manufacturer do you use in your? Yeah, what manufacturer do you is your choice?
Yeah. Right now it's Harvest, right? They tend to be the biggest out there right now. I know I've been looking at a couple of others because we've recently had a situation about a week or two ago. We had some real bad thunderstorms or lightning storms, and ended up having a strike of lightning close nearby. Ended up frying one of the machines. So
man.
that's where kind of like, well, here's an opportunity to kind of start looking into other things. But the only problem is you want to give some of these other brands a shot, but it's their lead times are so long where I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, well, I got my meals. I don't have 2 or 3 months to wait to get a new freeze dryer, and where it's you just all right, well, I guess harvest right. I'm coming back home. You can get it back to me in a week. So
The West End slogan: "If it ain't broke, don't fix it."
yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, TJ, we're going to take a break real quick here. Word from our sponsor. We'll be right back and talk about some more freeze dried goodness.
Perfect.
This episode of On the List brought to you in part by AMG Network Hosting. If you own a business, you've probably been here before. You're finally away from the office. Maybe you're in a tree stand before dinner with your kids, or seeing the weekend at camp, and your phone rings. The internet's down. I can't get into my computer. What do? Suddenly, you're managing technology instead. That's why businesses partner with a network hosting. AMG Network Hosting provides managed IT services that keep your business running even when you're there. We proactively monitor your network, support your employees, secure your data, and make sure your technology is working before small problems become big ones. You built your business to create freedom, not to be chained to your phone every time something goes wrong. So the next time you head into the woods, hit the lake, or take a well-earned vacation, the technology to us. MG Network Hosting, technology that keeps working so you can truly disconnect. Contact today 304-4653 for a free technology checkup.
On the Limb podcast is brought to you in part by Bonds Creek Knives, built to last generations right here in West Virginia. Get yours today at bondscreekforge.com.
All right, guys, we're back with TJ Edwards here of Black Bear Visions, based right here in West Virginia. So BJ is going to tell us about some of our promo real quick and our partners, and we'll be back with TJ.
All right, guys, be sure to check out aquacase.net and use promo code podcast15 at checkout for 15% off your entire order. Case and bag experts. Also, be sure to check out bond.com and use podcast10 checkout for $10 off your order. Be sure to check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Carbon TV, Jensen Outdoors TV, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Dan, you want to talk a little bit about our Salute to Valor? No, we don't have one this evening, but we want to kind of still put that out there. Oh, now opening up to we've now opened that up to, not just military and service members. It's any kind of, public safety, law enforcement, EMS, EMT, all of that kind
Absolutely.
of, broaden the spectrum on what we're saluting, because, they all do a great service.
Yes,
So,
okay.
All right. So TJ, let me see here. Where we at? We got a packed house tonight. So we got BJ over here, and we got Dan on. It's always nice to have Dan on. He's out of town right now. I'd like to have everybody in the studio, but you know how that is.
Oh yeah.
And Caleb's overseas, so remember to keep. Yep. Country Advantage, DJ, give us like the lightweight nutrition, why should hunters choose freeze dried over cans or just the MREs that everybody used to take?
Yeah, definitely. When it comes to the freeze dried meals, the portability of it is nice. It packs up easy, as an MRE does, but the taste wise is, I don't ever want to say one. I'm such a neutral person. I don't ever want to say, hey, something tastes better than anything, but it's nice that you can have what feels and reconstitute as a home cooked meal, because it truly is with our freeze dried meals. It's all you're doing is reconstituting it, and it's as good as me finishing cooking it in the kitchen. Um, canned items are always going to have a special place in my heart, just because of grew up on Vienna sausages. I will always have a spare can when I'm in the woods. That's tried and true to me. But
for sure.
so I think that's the biggest. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. We've got a little bit of lag in this evening. I think that maybe what rated our system to 1080p instead of 720. We were just on 720. Now we're on 1080. So it may be taking a little more of our bandwidth than normal. So we got that. We're going to have internet service. Yeah. We just keep upgrading. That's fine.
That's what we want. That's what we want.
Hey,
all right.
Onward and upward, right?
Yeah.
So,
hey, and there's nothing wrong
with
in your food, TJ. I tell you what, that's a
kind of missed on this,
Virginia,
Mike.
Go ahead.
But you kind of missed on a little bit. I know he said that basically per pouch you get 2. What's your shelf life for these objects here?
Yeah. Right now it's at 5 years.
Okay.
In theory, it could be longer, because every single batch, per health department rules and just proper rules, everything gets water activity level testing. So what the freeze drying process does is it actually gets the water out of it a little better than just say something like dehydrating. But because the water activity is so low, it is shelf stable for at least guaranteed 5 years, could be up to 25 years. But it's one of those, I don't feel comfortable making that claim until I finally get to the point where I can spend the money to have it officially full shelf year life testing done to it, which a little pricier, because I would really like to see if it.
Good.
Oh no, you're fine. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm going to say, now, do you have one that you've set off to the side to test this for yourself for a length of time?
A little bit, yeah. I have some of the originals where it's just kind of curious of, okay, well, it's not as scientific as they would do in the labs because of all that other stuff that goes on.
Sure.
But it's our bags are properly aluminum lined to help keep moisture and any sort of degeneration out of it. As long as it stays properly sealed up with the oxygen absorbers in it, that confident it should be more than 5 years. But especially with the business starting out, I wanted to play it on the safer side of, I know guarantees wise it's good here, especially with some of my higher fat kind of meals like the sausage, gravy, and biscuits, where the Staggetti being as lean as it is, with it being venison, I know it'll be fine longer. But with a heavier fat kind of meal with the sausage, that's where I would be wanting to get full testing to see how far it could go.
Right.
I would say mine will probably last less than 5 minutes. So we're good on that 5 minutes.
Yeah, so don't worry about that 5 years. It's only going to last 5 minutes.
That's right.
So
that's
going back to backcountry advantage, the experience. This is it's kind of a psychological boost, wouldn't you say? When we're talking about eating this comfort food and you're just looking at the biscuits and gravy, you're like, my God, I can't wait, to eat this.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So a little bit about that aspect of it.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, that's really one of the things I was kind of looking for when it came to these meals, where, like I said, I'm not above having my traditional hunting snacks during, deer season. I'm still gonna have me a week's worth of Nutty Buddies, pepperoni rolls, and all that stuff. But after a couple of days, 1 or 2 days, I'm like, I kind of need to just have some real food for a little bit. I just want something. I'm only gonna be eating probably once, one solid meal from the day. I just need something to get there, especially, you never know whenever a early snow is going to hit. So I really wanted something warm too. But that's the biggest thing, where it just, comfort food is, I can't say enough about it, where I truly believe this is how we all eat in this area. So
Yep.
it's, that's how I ate. So that's how I figure everybody else ate. And it's just, if you think of your mother or grandmother's cooking, it just, it's kind of like this. And one of my favorite compliments I've actually ever gotten was Kim, who runs the Preston County Country Market there, for the kids. She tried some of the sausage, or some of the Staggetti, and one of the things she told me was, this tastes like what my grandma used to make. And I was like, that's what we're wanting. You could say, oh, this is delicious, but it's that feeling of, oh no, that's what, grandma or ma or somebody, that's what, oh yeah, that just took me back. That's the feeling we kind of search for when it comes to these meals.
Yeah, I think it's a really great idea because, like you said, you're out there hunting, whether it's mild weather or cold weather, you're dreaming of a hot meal when you get out of the woods, because you've been eating cold
Oh yeah.
food all day. Excellent opportunity to upgrade the pack, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has those long day sets, whether it's bow season or gun season. In the woods, plenty of times to where I went through all my snacks. Dan knows. I mean, through my whole bag of snacks, and I'm like, I can't wait to get home to eat dinner.
Still starving.
So I've left the woods early just to go eat dinner.
Yeah. I can't. Until noon Thanksgiving Day.
I mean, these things right here are going to keep me in the woods longer.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta have.
Yeah.
That said, I have one. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I have one real good picture from last deer season, whenever we just really started getting the packaging and everything going, where it just funny, where I finally got to the moment of where I wanted, where it's me sitting in my blind, I have my meal reconstituting on my bucket in the woods, where I was just like, yep, I finally got my hot meal. This is great.
Yeah, I think this is going to come in real handy in my life because we do a lot of trout fishing. So when you get up in the morning at 5 o'clock and it's 30 degrees, 40 degrees outside, and you're going out there, but you want to be the first on the water, you don't have time to cook breakfast. You got to get up and go. So this is an opportunity with a couple holes, and you got a few fish, and then your belly starts to growl, and you're like, maybe we should just stop and have a nice hot meal. Right? I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, good.
Now, you mentioned you're building it as a fun brand. Discuss the family run aspect. So who you got scenes helping with all your recipes, sealing the bags, and helping getting everything shipped out to customers?
Okay, yeah, perfect. So with the core team is the missus and I. We do the cooking, the bagging, the sealing, the shipping. When the girls aren't in events, when I can sneak their labor to help with some of the stuff. But I always joke with it with my one niece Kendall. She's at that perfect age of 13 where I'm like, sweetie, I don't understand social media. I don't understand a lot of this stuff. Will you help me with designing shirts? Will you teach me TikTok?
Yeah.
Will you do all that other stuff? I just want to cook the meals. Can you help me do all this other stuff? So it was so funny because she sent me a message the other day after we finally got TikTok going. She's like, I see you finally got it going. Great job. And I was joking to the missus, like, this is all I needed was her to say that. we're good to go now.
Yeah. That's fantastic. It gives you another opportunity to connect with your family and make these things together, spend time together, because in today's world it's often very busy, and
Yeah.
we're all about on this podcast too. So I think that's fantastic that you get to do that with your family.
Oh yeah, for sure. So Jason Stewart,
yeah.
he runs the Appalachian Bow Hunter Challenge, and that will be again next year at the Winter Place Resort. So he asked, how about adding? Is there any plan maybe add this to the lineup?
Yeah. So we are currently testing a few other ideas. Anybody who has any suggestions, I please go to our website, blackbearprovisionswv.com. We have a suggest a flavor. Please just send me any and all ideas you have, because there's stuff I would want to try, but that doesn't necessarily mean, hey, that's going to be popular amongst everybody else. Where I'd really like to try something. The two recipes I'm kind of been mulling over right now in our free time is I'd love to do something with ramps. I know it's such a seasonal thing, but I just try to think of something that's just what is West Virginia. So one recipe that I was kind of toying around with was instead of just doing like sausage gravy and biscuits, it would be like a ramp gravy and biscuits. That's that tested pretty good. Right, it's just so hard not to go ramping potatoes in some fashion, just because. Yeah, it just.
Oh, it's a breakfast. Oh, that would be a good one.
Yeah.
Rampus.
So
that's good, Dan.
That's the thing where I know it's such a seasonality thing, and if it were to ever get larger, that'd be such a first world problem where it's like, okay, what if I don't want to ever spook myself out of an idea just because of the worry of like, well, what if it gets so popular that we can't source the ingredient?
Yeah.
That's the blessing where you could just say, hey, you're sold out. But I want to kind of keep us true to the West Virginia roots, and what better way than ramps? But I've had some great suggestions so far where a couple of people they would like a hearty beef stew or something along those lines.
Well, I know it's far fetched, but we were just talking about pepperoni.
Oh my God, you took the words right out of my mouth.
I mean, you can put pepperoni rolls in a package.
I was going to put that in the question. Oh. Make some form of pepperoni roll pasta or something.
I think that would be good. See, we have such a good, couple of staples of foods here in West Virginia, and it just, exciting just because it would just be easy to just, okay, let's do another mac and cheese, or insert some sort of rice or pasta dish that you might see in everybody else's meals. But it's, where's the fun in that, where it just, I want people to like see a West Virginia made brand. It's like, well, I want it to taste like West Virginia. I don't want it to taste like mass or produced items.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'll tell you what, this was a favorite of a young lady like weeks ago, was pepperoni and eggs. And I think, throw those ramps in there.
Pepperoni and eggs.
Pepperoni, eggs,
and
cheese on that. And I'm telling you what, change your life. That's a heck of a meal.
I love pepperonis. I'm going to try that.
You cook the pepperonis, okay?
Okay, tell us.
You get them nice and warmed up right there. Then you pour your eggs on top of it.
Oh,
all right. Then you cook that up, and you put your garlic and anything else you want. So right at the end, you sprinkle some shredded cheese, and then let it set for a few minutes. a phenomenal meal.
Wow. That does sound good.
Yeah.
It does sound good.
Now you're talking about
Yeah. Hope you guys.
Coming soon to Black Bear Provisions.
Hope you guys ate dinner. I envisioned TJ.
Shoot.
I sat in here on the podcast actually chowing down on one.
Yeah, we're a bunch of hungry guys
Uh,
around here.
Well, that's one of the things I try to preach with a lot of people, because whenever I've sent out test bags to other people, yes, the flavor I want to know about, but our biggest thing is the portion size, because that's one thing that bothered me about some of these other freeze-dried meal companies where they're technically 2 portions, but I'm a bigger eater and West Virginians tend to be bigger eaters. So it just, their 2 portions are maybe like a portion and then you still need a snack afterwards, where I want you to kind of be full and then some with the size of our meals.
Yeah. No good. That's awesome.
What type of limitations do you have as
Now-
far as freeze-dried meat? Sorry, Dan.
So-
we got quite a
no.
bag here.
Limitations as in available items, or just what can be done?
What can be done?
Oh no, that's the beautiful thing about freeze drying. There's nothing that I can particularly think of that doesn't, because we have a line of pet treats. So it's single ingredient. All it is just single ingredient meat, freeze dried, ready for your pets. Just because I don't want fillers, I don't want this. I want something that if it's good enough for me, it's good enough, for the pets in life. So I've got on the market now, we got salmon, beef livers, chicken livers. I know regular chicken is fine. Do it. It just there hasn't been a protein yet that doesn't hold up super well in the freeze dryer. So
Wait.
Really?
Wait a minute. Why's there got to be for pets?
yeah, that's we got a line of pet treats where that's something I'm extremely proud of. Where I lost my train of thought there.
No, I was just saying, why's that got to be for pets? I'd eat the chicken livers.
Oh, chicken.
Okay. Funny
liver
story. So now that you actually said that, it's pretty hilarious. Whenever we first started getting everything going, I was trying out all these meats and everything, and I wanted to get the pet treat line going. So I was trying just raw chicken, the liver, stuff like that. Well, I had a family member where I ended up sending bags home with the girls. That way, they could, hey, let me know what your pups think. I want to know if they like them, if they'll eat them, blah, blah, blah. Well, the family member comes back like, oh no, Dad ate some of the livers. I was like, he did. He realized those were the pets, right? And it was, oh my gosh, it was so funny. He's just like, well, TJ makes candy, so it must have been ready for that.
Wow. So,
yes, would have done.
Yeah.
so you've been talking about keeping the Virginia heritage and all that. How or did Black Bear Provisions get its name?
It's so the Black Bear part is it's just hard for me not to think of West Virginia and not think Black Bear. I mean, you can see with a lot of the businesses around here where they just find pride in that, and that just kind of our animal there. And just provisions, to me, it just something you have on the ready. Like if you're ever in need, that's what I kind of relate to the provisions, where the Black Bear moniker has always kind of been stuck with it. So whenever we were doing the candy and everything like that, we went in under Black Bear Crunch to just kind of symbolize the crunch of the freeze-dried items. And then starting up the meals, I wanted it as a separate name, and just provisions just really just when I think of camping, it just provisions.
Sure.
Yeah, when you're thinking about, you're talking about the black bear. I mean, obviously the resilience of a black bear and just the nature of West Virginia and that iconic animal. I mean, it fits perfectly.
Oh yeah, he'd dig right into it. But
Oh yeah.
Guaranteed. You might have one chase you around.
that's gonna be your
Yeah.
next TikTok, is you making a meal, walking away from it, and that big old black bear sneak over and grab it.
Yeah, Jimmy, get that one out there. If you're
Well,
for you can test that out for us.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's we actually I was checking cameras the other night, and we had we've had this black bear that's been wandering around for a while. I finally took down one of the feeders, and the first thing I did was send it to Jimmy. I was like, "Hey, yeah, it finally happened, bud."
They are good at it.
Yeah.
So future rest availability, different things like that. So what's cooking now? I mean, do you guys have any new recipes in the development? Maybe a ramp infused like that?
Yeah. hmm I think that is the ramp. Ramp direction is one I'd really like to hone on first. I'd really like to do something without meat in it, because I've actually had a couple of requests here recently where they vented their frustration and going to some of the local stores where a lot of these big companies where it just doesn't seem like they have any vegetarian kind of options, and it just
Okay.
I'd really like to take care of them, and I think with a ramp recipe, might be able to do the best of both worlds
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to that. But I think that's what's kind of brewing right now. Really just trying to see what people think of our current meals, and then just relying on the suggestions. So, like I said previously, please, anybody and everybody, pop on there and shoot us a message. I read all of them. I'll respond. It just
I think a shepherd's pie without the meat would be a good start.
Well, talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
different things, we've hit on meals, but we haven't hit on any kind of like desserts. I mean, like
I want to talk about these pickles.
a berry cobbler or something.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Oh, that's a blackberry cobbler.
Blackberry cobbler.
Whoa!
that would be good. That would be good. Because I do think we do need a dessert, because I know whenever it was kind of doing these meals, it's like, oh, okay, well, I want to do a breakfast one, definitely. And
Yeah.
then I try to like, okay, I don't want to be too heavy and just, okay, breakfast, dinner kind of option. So I think you're right though, where dessert really should be kind of the next option, just so I can kind of complete the fool's day worth of snacking.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah,
That would come full circle, right?
yeah,
there.
sure would. That would be.
Uh-huh.
So, tell people where they can get their hands on your products online, local retailers, any upcoming outdoor shows that you guys are going to be at that we can maybe meet you there and, kind of smuggle some of the snacks in our booth, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. So right now you can get them on our website, blackbearprovisionswv.com. That is the main spot right now. We are going to a couple of shows here in the next few months. Next month, we'll be part of the West Virginia Bow Hunters Aim High event. We're setting up a booth up there to help support them guys. The following month, we'll actually be at the DNR Hunting and Fishing. We got approved to be a vendor for their show.
Good deal.
So we'll definitely be there.
So you'll be
So
in
a little
charge
bit the next.
with the West Virginia Hunting and Fishing show. Is that what you said, or the DNR show up at Stonewall?
Stonewall.
Okay,
Oh yeah,
good. Yeah, you'll have to come see us,
yeah. We'll come
Yeah,
find you.
definitely that.
or we'll come find you.
Shoot. Yeah. Please, anybody come stop by the booth. I'll try to do some samples, that way people can do it, but that's it. I I always have fun at these events. One, getting to talk to everybody. That's always a blast. I'm a talker.
Oh, for sure.
But
Yeah.
just if, kids or anything coming by, want some candy and try the different ice creams and whatnot, it just please do. We're not stingy. We're not in this business to get rich or nothing. It's fun. If we can go home with a couple of bucks, great. But, at the end of the day, we're getting to cook for friends and family. That's the way I kind of treat it. And I love nothing makes me happier than seeing somebody with a full belly and just enjoyed their meal.
Absolutely.
Ain't nothing better than a full belly and enjoying that.
Yep. True words.
Yeah,
That's right.
exactly.
All right, guys. Well, appreciate all the evening. We had some great comments there that we had from different people coming through on the chat. Always remember that we have the live chat going during our lives, and audience question and answers, comments are always welcome. So love hearing from you guys. It was great having you on this evening. We look forward to seeing you all on September.
Yeah, thank you. I can't wait to see you guys. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Yep,
Thanks.
no problem. We sure appreciate it. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for this evening. Appreciate you listening and watching. We have a lot of changes going on here brought to you by the West Virginia Division of Natural Resources. So we're in the process of redoing all of our ads. You've heard 2 of the new ones tonight. Another new one here at the end for the West Virginia Bowhunters Association. And we're just kind of slowly incorporating all those new ads with the new title there. We've got all of our logos and things to change. So that was a big, uptaking to do. But we're in a lot of different areas with this podcast. We're on about 30 different networks. So some of those I had, and sometimes you just get into things and you're like, oh, forgot to change that. So I noticed the other night that we forgot to change our little circle for here on our lives. So I've got that changed. And, 1080p, we're up to 80p right now. It was 720, so that's lag tonight. Yeah. But, it's just going to get better and better and better.
That's right.
We've got new lighting that's on order, on its way to us. So you're going to get a better lighting effect. Studio itself, and when we do our shows, we've got new backups being made with West Virginia Division logo, our logo. It's just there's a lot of great stuff going on. So
fantastic,
and we really appreciate everybody's support. We appreciate everybody listening and watching and sharing our content. So what we want to do is we want to showcase West Virginia.
Yes.
And I think we're doing a great job with reaching over 1,700 U.S. cities right now and 100 and countries worldwide.
Beautiful.
So that'd be cool. That's pretty cool. All right, Dan. Well, we sure appreciate you, buddy. You want to go over some ending things there?
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, check out Nature's Voice GameCalls.com. Gas 15 check out for 15% off your entire order on all those platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Carbon TV, Gen 7 Outdoors TV, and wherever you get it, we're going to be there.
Yep, that's for sure. If you can listen to a podcast on a network, chances are it's there. We're works we don't even know we're on. We keep finding them on a daily basis. Dan found it in Spanish and actually found it in Vietnamese the other day.
Oh my goodness.
It was pretty good. All right, TJ. Well, we appreciate your time this evening, and you got some great products there. Keep up the good work.
All right, thank you guys. Appreciate you.
All right, man. Have a good evening.
All
All right, guys. Like I said, appreciate y'all watching and listening. Appreciate all the support. Keep it up, and we'll keep upgrading and getting better. Appreciate it. Thanks, Dan, being on this evening. Sure appreciate you, bud. Thanks, BJ, coming in.
Anytime. Thank you for having me.
All right, guys.
Thanks.
Y'all have.
On the Limb Podcast is brought to you in part by the West Virginia Bowhunters Association, WV. BBL bow hunters to join the mission to promote and protect the sport of bow hunting. New members include a membership across the state, recognition awards, and meeting like-minded individuals who become friends and hunting partners. Join online at westvirginiabowhunters.org and use code on the limb in the reply field to receive a free 3D shoot with your membership or renewal. westvirginiabowhunters.org